Jubilee, please! You can copyright the video, take all the money you want, big bro. I just want to watch it. I'm just curious. My curiosity was piqued. Please don't copyright my copyright. Sorry, I'm stuttering because your aura scares me. Please don't copyright strike my channel, please. Do all killers think the same?
Oh my gosh, I don't have to keep looking over my shoulders anymore. I don't have to live in this fear that he's gonna actually come after me, because it already happened.
Oh, they're gonna hate that not everyone in the room is black, by the way. It's almost as if killing has nothing to do with that.
I would kill them again.
Yo, this is crazy!
3, 2, 1, go.
Whoa! What is this video?
Thomas Ogden was a beautiful person, and he was my friend, and what happened was an accident, and I would give anything to have him back. My name's Forrest, and I accidentally killed my best friend when I was 20.
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
23 years old. I felt like a shattered person most of my life, and there are still shards missing, but I just spent the last 5 years writing a very painful memoir. It gave me an opportunity to visit a lot of past trauma. I feel in a strong space to be a support for other survivors and create positivity in the world.
All my killing has been in the time of war, so I agree with—
Oh, you're an ex-soldier?
What I've done. Would I do it again? I would, because if I didn't kill that individual, they would have killed me or somebody else that was a sniper. So I'm looking after a platoon of 20, 30 guys, sometimes as small as 6 guys. But I don't strongly agree with it because of the after effects, like what it did to me mentally. You know, I was the first person I killed, I was 18.
Holy video, holy video, holy video. I didn't even drive my first car when I was 18. You're 18 catching bodies? Oh my gosh. He ain't even try OnlyFans first.
I didn't stop until I was almost 25, so.
He's been killing as long as I've been doing YouTube. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, YouTube is my entire life. Like, I spent so much time doing YouTube that I feel like I'm not connected with like anything else. Imagine that, but with killing, dude. Jeez.
I don't regret any of it. I don't have any bad feelings towards those individuals that I did kill. They were just protecting their homeland just as much as I would too. So I would do it again to save my life or somebody else's life.
I work in healthcare. What I do is I manage life support. So I'm the guy that pulls the plug.
Oh, wow, dude, wow.
On just about everybody, so I come from a very different perspective. I have to do that for babies all the way.
Wow, 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 wow.
To like people at the end of their life.
I assumed they were psycho killers. Yeah, that's exactly what I assumed too. That's why I clicked the video.
I've been doing this for like over a dozen years now, so I'm like, okay, I've come to terms with what the job is. So, yeah.
The crime and how it happened, it was not, I didn't go out to kill this person. And now understanding the impact that the crime had, not only on me, but the family of that person. That was a human being that I killed over some drugs.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Right, and his children, his family is living still in the absence of this person. It was December the 24th, Christmas Eve night. I remember me and a couple of my friends were hanging out. This particular car came up, and the passenger in the car said, hey, I want to buy some drugs from you. So I told one of my friends, I'm like, he's known to be this person that will come through the community and ask for $100 worth of drugs, but he never has the money. And the guy did exactly what I said. He knocked the drugs out of my friend's hand, grabbed his arm. And
Wait, I'm sorry.
This person that will, I want to buy some drugs from you. So I told Christmas Eve night.
Christmas Eve, damn.
Me and a couple of my friends were hanging out. This particular car came up, and the passenger in the car said, hey, I want to buy some drugs from you.
Right.
So I told one of my friends, I'm like, he's known to be this person that will come through the community and ask for $100 worth of drugs.
Right.
He never has the money. And the guy did exactly what I said. He knocked the drugs out of my friend's hand, grabbed his arm, and started speeding off. And my reaction at that time was I pulled out the gun and I started shooting into the car to get him to release my friend. And days later, we heard that the bullet that I shot into the car actually killed him. To that day, I will never forget December the 24th, when that happened, the day before Christmas.
Goodness, but like that's like self-defense though.
I have a way for you to make money. Now, I know you're either bored or on the toilet right now. Listen to me real quick. All you have to do is play games on your phone and you'll get paid for it. If you scan this QR code or click the link in my description, you can sign up to freecash.com and start getting paid right now. And the app is mad easy to use. First, create an account like you would on any other app. Use your email, make a password, and off the rip, you'll see a wall of games for you to play. Now, I said pick a game that you genuinely like and just start playing through the levels. And as you do that, you'll earn cash and you'll go directly into your freecash.com account. People are making $10 to $20 a day doing this. And if you sit up in your gamer chair and lock in a little bit, you can make even more than that. You can also spend a couple dollars in game to reach levels even faster. And by doing that, you'll get bigger offers and bigger payouts. That's how some people end up making hundreds of dollars playing this. But you don't have to spend money if you don't want to, because you can still play the free levels and make bread off of that as well. So when you're on your phone chilling, eating, you could be using freecash.com. And once you run it up and you're ready to cash out, you have options: PayPal or gift cards. Click the link in my description or scan the QR code on the screen right now and sign up for free. And when you use my link or QR code, you'll get $5 free to start yourself off. And you could dead start making money in your downtime by playing video games, bro.
I would 100% do what I had to do over again, because the guy was a serial perpetrator. He was after so many women. If he killed me, he would have went after my mom.
I thought this was gonna be a silly, funny, goofy video. The clickbait worked. The clickbait worked, and now we gotta watch this. I'm not gonna lie. Gee, I wasn't even supposed to watch this.
All my family, my nieces, my nephews, every one of us, until he literally got what he wanted. I'm Tara Newell. I killed my attacker, Dirty John Meehan, in self-defense. I think it was really interesting how there was...
Shout out to her, bro. Sheesh, man.
Person here who had experienced prison reform, because to me, my attacker would have been in there if I hadn't killed him in self-defense. And it's really interesting to hear about how there are people in there who are able to rehabilitate.
I immediately regretted it.
Of course, that's just natural human like response though, right?
1, go.
Except maybe the army guy, because like he probably felt relief when his people died. Yeah.
Why do I strongly disagree?
Yeah.
Like I said, I was a young kid. I was 18. The first guy I killed was with the 50 cal like machine gun. I was expecting it to be like the movies where you have this like feeling of when you kill someone, and it wasn't there. I didn't really feel anything. It wasn't until like that night I had this weird dream. The guy who I shot became a ceiling fan in my room. His arms and legs were the blade.
Yo, bro.
His head was the center of the fan, and I watched him spin faster and faster until he tore apart and covered me in what he used to be, what was left of him.
Yo, bro, I don't want to say you don't recover from that, but like his brain, something, bro. There's no way he's like regular.
But no, I didn't feel anything. There was nothing like to feel. I knew that was the beginning of something.
But like his is the most understandable though, because again, like if he didn't kill that person would have killed him. Same thing with the lady, but like the lady knows the person that was like, you know what I'm saying? But he doesn't even know the person's name.
Thing that I was probably gonna have to do for a while. No attachment at the time.
I can agree with you on that. I mean, identify with that, because my first couple of years inside of prison, I detached from it completely. When people would mention his name, I would don't see him as a human being. And that was very insensitive when I look back at it now, right? But I look and say that was a way of me coping with the situation at that time.
I did immediately regret it in a sense, where I called my mom and I apologized to her and I said, I'm so sorry, I think I killed your husband.
Oh, it was your mom's husband.
So there was that, but then there was also the sense of like, oh my gosh, I don't have to keep looking over my shoulders anymore. I don't have to.
Again, yeah, with her and the army dude, there's definitely a little sense of relief.
You live in this fear that he's gonna actually come after me, because it already happened.
Sometimes family members don't agree with the decision, and that decision is sometimes taken away from them. Being called every name in the book as I'm walking in there, but if they just don't agree, and then I'm like, I just have to go do this now, you know? But it doesn't feel good, or like I'm not necessarily agreeing with it, so I'm like, I disagree, yeah.
The level of heartbreak that I felt
I couldn't imagine how he feels.
immediately after that gunshot was indescribable. And I don't know if any of you have saw Red before, but I actually saw Red. And it was the most horrific thing I've ever seen, experienced, witnessed, felt in my life. I got charged with first-degree murder that night, and I was looking at doing 35 to life here in California.
How'd you get out of it?
I couldn't even process that.
How's he even here?
There was just so much, a combination of horror and grief immediately.
I am desensitized to death.
Army guy for sure. The nurse guy for sure. Everyone else, no.
3, 2, 1, go.
I will never make a predict ever again in my life. I am sorry. That was ass. Good Lord. That was... Yo, bro. That might have been my worst work. That was bad. I think every person who I said yes to said no. My fault. Right. Stay away from the poly market for me. My fault, bro.
Some would agree. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
I do a lot of volunteer work, and the amount of people who are dying from drug overdoses and suicides right now in the arena of trauma, it's becoming difficult for me to feel anything anymore with the amount of...
Hey, you lost your friend too. Like, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense, because like to him, his best friend dying was like the most significant death. Like if you killed your best friend on accident, you wouldn't feel too much about someone else dying, I guess.
People that we're losing that we don't have to.
For me, it was almost like playing God, you know? I determined the time, place, when I'm gonna take that person off this planet. And it put things into perspective for me too, that I could be gone at any certain time. Like when you have to pull it, you know, you don't know when that card is gonna be pulled, so I've learned to value it more and know that it's very fragile, very frail. And to not feel anything towards killing someone would probably be more devastating to me than actually taking the life. It's not.
I see. No, Evie, him saying playing God, he wasn't saying he actually was playing God. He was saying that's like essentially what he was doing. I get what he's saying.
Feeling.
Hold on, I need to clarify something.
Yeah.
I just want to be very clear that being desensitized in no way means that I don't value life.
Oh, yeah.
It's just difficult to
Feel
the morning over and over again.
Yeah, like I agree with you. Like there will be certain stories that I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. But if someone just tells me like, oh, that person died of a heart attack, I'm just like, oh, okay. Like it just like there's no traumatic incident with that, so I'm like my brain just disassociates.
Right.
And it's like, okay, oh, they died naturally. So.
And from where I come from, like I get to know a lot of these people. If I don't get to know them, I get to know their family members like very intimately. It's not immediate, like, oh, they're coming in and they're gonna go. No, it's like weeks,
What's good, not your lover?
I've had somebody like their 5-year-old son, and he was in the room, and I'm like, I gotta take your mom away now. And it's like, after that, I'm like, oh my God, I'll go call my mom or I'll go call my dad. It's like, it's really heavy. But I feel, like you said, like a sense of maximization of like, I don't know when my number is gonna be called. Because even if I'm working in the emergency room, we've worked on somebody for 2 hours and they're like, we really can't do anything anymore. And I'm like, just like that, gone. I remember this one patient, it was very much like nobody was there. They just found him on the street. He didn't even have a wallet. He was clinically dead, brain-wise, so we couldn't really do anything anymore. Me, the nurse, and the doctor just stayed in that room until his heart rate left, because we didn't want to see him
die
leave
alone
by himself.
Yeah.
That was one of the most sobering moments too. It's like, as much as it was nice for us to do that, I just don't want strangers around me, seeing me off.
think for me as a teenager, selling drugs, just hanging in the streets, just living a lifestyle that I didn't care if I killed someone. I was very desensitized. I didn't care. I didn't
Desensitized early on.
And this is was part of my own personal development. I needed to find a way to attach to that.
Yeah.
So I started doing this hospice training inside of one of the prisons. By listening to these individuals tell their story and the regrets that they were living with in their process of transitioning,
Let me get out of his
it
way.
gave me a sense
Damn.
of a value of life now, you know, and it shifted my mindset as this teenager who was very callous towards life at that time.
I've taken care of people, they're being on life support. They'll hang on for like a very long time till one specific person sometimes just visits them. And then I'm like, I can't explain that. I could take them off and their heart rate will keep going and going and going.
One of the guys I was working with in the prison, he wanted to see his sister.
Yes.
So this dude held on
Until his sister came.
Like his sister walked into the room and he was like not consciously, but like she spoke to him and she started like talking to him and you started seeing him move, and then soon as she was like, I'm leaving, and like within minutes this guy,
Oh my gosh, man.
like transitioned.
Yeah, with my situation, I made him brain dead, and so he was in the hospital. And then when they pulled the plug on him, my mom literally had to tell him it's okay to go now, and then he left.
Yo, the human body is insane, dude. I don't even know how to commentate on this video, bro. I don't even know how to commentate on this video. DJ or D Jump Scare with the sub. Thank you, bro. This is crazy, man.
There's some weird things about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're more than just our brain, right?
Yeah.
We're spirits living in flesh, man. That's all.
I am also a victim.
Everyone in here,
3, 2, 1, go.
right? I don't even know.
I feel weird,
We're not trying to single you out. Right?
but I feel like I have to be over here
She had to do that, yeah.
because the guy came after me. I was in a parking garage. I was just trying to go to the Jason Aldean concert that night. He started attacking me, stabbing me,
Whoa!
and I fought back and I won. So I didn't ask for any of that. I honestly hated the guy and I wished he would be dead, but I never wanted
You never thought it was gonna be you that did it.
to unalive or take someone's life.
My first couple years in prison, I saw myself as the victim, right? And that was, again, a way of me coping.
Right.
As I continued to do some interpersonal work, I realized that I was not a victim, that I still made a choice.
I mean, yeah, he was a drug dealer. It's not like he can't. Yeah.
Crime that I committed, right? But I just wanted to share that. Like I wanted to run over there, but I'm in this place of healing and reconciliation.
I see.
And I had to like move away from the victimization mindset and take ownership for the decision that I actually pulled the trigger, committed the crime. Unfortunately, someone died, and I have to take that on.
But he was groomed by the American military. He got to move over. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to I'm not in the business of being like, actually, sir, you are a victim. If someone wants to empower themselves and believe they're not a victim, I am not one to be like, hey, man, no. But gang, your first body was when you were 18. You had no business doing that. That should not have been allowed, bro. Shout out to you. Thank you for what you've done. You know what I'm saying? But I want to hear his explanation. I mean, he chose to sign up for the military, I'm sure. But I want to see what his explanation is.
I remember on a Friday night, 3 years into my incarceration, I remember laying in my bed watching this show called Dateline, and for the first time I heard a mother really expressing her loss for the loss of her loved one, and that was that moment in my life where I connected with that. I'm like, yo, I did the same.
I did that to someone else.
Thing, and I went into a fetus position and I started praying, and all I kept hearing hearing this voice saying, I have forgiven you. You have to ask Gary, the guy that you killed, to forgive you. And in that process, this is where I began. I remember saying, Gary, would you forgive me? And I literally felt like in that moment he forgave me, and I heard it, and it's almost like a weight was lifted off of me, and that's when I began this cleansing, this process.
That's heavy, man.
of healing and moving forward and finding a purpose and finding my voice and all of that particular night inside of that prison when I
Goodness gracious, man.
surrendered to it.
No, I don't feel like I'm a victim for anything. Like, I chose that path. Started off wanting to be a Navy SEAL when I was like in elementary school. My mom helped me make my first ghillie
Oh, he was one of those.
when I was in the 6th grade. Like, it's something I've always wanted to do, and I knew it came with that, which was more than likely having to kill someone,
Right. I'm in the gray about him. I don't know.
especially in the time of war.
Yeah, I'm not a victim, but the only thing I would say is like they don't really prepare us into doing the job that we do. They,
Right.
you know, they do the day-to-day thing. Oh, this is what you do, this is what you try, and all that stuff. And then
But like the actual, like actually going in there and pulling the plug.
now you're like, oh, by the way, the doctor wrote the order. Go take him off, and now I gotta walk in, or like if it's a baby, they're still holding them in their hand.
They're still holding the fucking baby. Oh my God, bro.
Hands and stuff, and like go take them off. And so I never really thought about it. Like nobody's like talked to me or anything. Like, by the way, this is where you're gonna feel afterwards, or like when you get home after you
Yeah.
clock out and everything like that.
Yeah, we didn't have a handbook on that
Bro,
either.
healthcare workers go through so much, bro. Anyone who's watching who's a healthcare worker, first off, why are you watching such a brain rot content creator? I don't know why you're watching my stuff as a healthcare worker, but if you are, massive respect to you, bro. Y'all, from the graveyard shifts to the type of stuff that you have to see to the butts that you have to wipe, all that, bro. Y'all got it. Y'all got, and they don't get paid enough. They don't. They don't. I'm glad you know what you are. Why did you come in at me calling myself a brain rot content creator? Walk. Let me look at his most recent videos just to make sure. Just to sleeping with kids. Second thumbnail right there. Shut up. You know what you are. You know what you are.
Either. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they teach you how to kill, but there's no.
Imagine the last thing you hear in your last moments is an SXY stream. Gee, all right, bro.
How to process.
how to process it.
I have profited from the murder.
Girl, no. Army guy, yes. Worker guy, yes. Also, low key, the guy who killed his friend, yes. Because isn't he working on a memoir?
3, 2, 1, go.
Drug dealer guy, no. What? He's not working on it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's definitely. Maybe I'm lying.
Bad about this.
Someone called murder.
That word's kind of
Strong, yeah. Yeah. A lot of money.
That's what I'm thinking.
Why don't you like that word? I don't like it
All
either.
right, I don't think it applies universally,
Yeah.
right? Homicide is a universal term.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. What are we doing?
As far as profiting from any part of my story, no.
No.
I've spent the last 5 years struggling to write and publish a book, and I've spent about 80 G's on it and made about
Oh, so he hasn't dropped it yet. Okay, my fault. My fault. I thought he dropped it.
4,000, and that's not why I did it. I did it because I want to help people, but I don't think that it's very common for
No, and by definition, he didn't profit. Okay.
people to profit off of recovery from stuff, right? Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
I guess I'll go over here then. My attacker, my show got made into a podcast called Dirty John, and then it got made into a documentary, a TV.
Oh, Mobley just wow, I can't read. Mobley just solos with the sub. Thank you, boy.
show on Bravo and now on Netflix.
So wait, why are you in somewhat disagreed? And what are we talking about?
And so I felt like I've been exploited in a sense because
Did money go into your account or no? I'm not trying to be insensitive because I can only imagine what you went through. But come on, bro. Why are we hitting this with semantics, bro? Did money go into your account? Yes or no? That's what I want to know, bro.
I did not make anything off of the podcast.
Oh.
Although
My fault. My bad. Right. As soon as right. Yeah, no. Type. I just don't like, right.
people think I profited off my story,
My fault. My bad.
I did not.
But also, and you get paid to take his life.
No, not at all.
Okay, so if you profited off of if I profit off of anything, it's my hard work afterwards.
Yeah.
It's my hard work to share and be of service.
That's not what they were asking, though.
So, no, you didn't. People hate profit sometimes. They
Yeah.
just hate you
Yeah.
just because you
Yeah.
made money.
Yeah.
For me, as a speaker and a trainer,
So yes, you wouldn't be the speaker and trainer if you didn't catch the body. Am I tripping? Am I bugging? Am I being, I know I'm being insensitive right now, but like, it's more just the questions. The answer is yes, no?
I struggled with that for a long time, right?
I understand that.
So I committed this crime, and yes, I did all of the work that I have done to become the man that I am today.
Did you make money, yes or no?
But then sometimes I don't sleep at night, right, knowing that I've made this bag of money.
Am I tripping for not liking this part? Am I bugging for not liking this part? Am I bugging? Now, these are their own people. These are their own stories. They don't even need to be up here telling these stories. So, like, they're entitled to their own feelings. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't like the concept of that, that is fair. And I fully agree with everything that they're saying. But, like, that's just a question. I don't think it's a profit in a monetary sense. I think what the question is asking, here's how I'm digesting the question. Did you make money after you killed the person? Like, he wouldn't make money as a public speaker if I know profit doesn't only mean money. I know that. I think the question was worded terribly. I think the question was worded terribly. You're taking it too literally. They are not. Okay. All I'm saying is he wouldn't have made money as a public speaker if he didn't kill that guy. So maybe I'm just missing the question. Oh my God. Now I'm gonna get YouTube comments, bro. Fuck.
Whatever. Any money I get, I want to be able to.
They should have said, like, did you make money, or is there money that you made that you wouldn't have made if you didn't kill the person? I feel like that's a better way to word it, kind of.
To live comfortable, it was not about getting something in luxury. How could I help some young person? So we do the nonprofit work. But my 5-year goal now, or 10 years
It's a trap question.
is to whatever profit I make is to create a foundation in honor of Gary. Going back to that promise I made to him almost 30 years ago inside of a prison cell.
It initially started as me writing a journal. My dad suggested I did that. I was going through a hard time, self-medicating and contemplating some bad decisions.
Of course.
Started off as that, and it got picked up by a major book publishing company, and it went on to become essentially like an autobiography of that time in.
Oh, that's crazy.
After accomplishing that, I went on to what I do currently, which is write, novels and stuff like that.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire.
Based on my life, because I did feel a certain way about it, of profiting from killing, I get what you're saying too. You know how I know that I'm locked in on this video and I'm not commentating to my full ability? I would have been commented on the fact that he has a beard and no stash and how much it pisses me off, because y'all know how I feel about chin strap, no stash. But like, I just don't feel comfortable saying that because this video was so heavy. Put in there after, that's on you, but I also see it as, well, I killed all these guys and I wrote a book about it and profited from it.
Were you an E4 or E5?
E5, yeah.
That's all the money you made off it.
Right?
Once again.
No, the money from the book counts, bro. I think it counts.
Complex issue that gets lumped together. If somebody has money, they must be doing something for
bad.
profit.
Yeah.
And I think
The question isn't saying did you kill them for profit. I think that's how they're taking it. Cause bro, the lady, are you serious? Like, some man attacked her and she just won the fight. But it's like, you had access to funds that you wouldn't have had if you didn't catch the body.
where an answer is, do we follow purpose or do we follow the money? Mm-hmm. It's gonna go away when I die. It's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
What's gonna matter when I die is what I did.
Exactly.
Am I proud of myself for
Yeah.
the things that I did?
I often see money more of like as an amplifier for what people can do, what reach they can do.
Yeah, what you can make impact on now,
Yeah.
knowing when I go speak to young people today about gun violence and about my story, the only way they can get out of a situation is if I have money.
Yeah.
right? That I can create a safe
Because, like, yeah,
space.
like, I'm pretty sure he's a talker because he wants to change the world. The guy's writing the book because he wants to change the world, not because they want to make money, but they're making money from it.
for them to go after school. So I have to make some money to be able to do that, you know what I mean? But I don't want to make a bunch of money and I'm living here and then I walk into the community and say, hey, young kids, put the guns down, prison, say no to prison, and then I drive away in this nice car and forget about them, right? So that's where I'm at. Like, purpose for me is about how do I make impact in the lives of the people that I serve.
The insight that you got from that question is cool, though. But yeah, they hold him with that question. That was a terribly worded question.
Taking a life was part of God's plan for me.
I don't even want to predict that. Wow.
3, 2, 1, go.
Dang.
I'm unclear with that one. That's why I'm like this.
You're on the other side.
Yeah, I wouldn't be who I am today to be able to have the experience that I've had and become who I've become without taking a life. I learned my lesson after all the killing. You know, my last deployment dropped over 30 guys, 33 people. And who knows how many before that. But what I had to get through and overcome to stand here today far exceeded anything I've done in the military. Being emotionally somewhat strong and what I've had to overcome. There's been a lot of dark nights where didn't think I was gonna be here, you know?
Why I'm like this?
Yeah, I know what you mean though, yeah.
I don't want it to be perceived to be insensitive about the victim.
Yeah.
Right? But I know on this part of me, I look at my friends who I grew up with at 19 years old, and I did 22 years in prison, and when I came back home, they were at the same spot under the same tree we sold drugs at. But then over here, I think about the Gold Dinger's family, because, you know, their son is like, oh.
Yo, I don't know how to react to this, bro. Oh my, I hate when I just let a video play. I hate when that happens, but dang, I don't know what to say, dude.
God destined my brother or my son to die. You know what I mean? So.
But if you believe in God, then that would be, he already knew that before you
I
were
get
born,
that part.
you know?
I mean, I'm a spiritual man, right?
yeah,
but I'm
same.
just like, I don't want it to, it's just, that's my dilemma when it comes
If
to
there's a God, I don't think that he's letting some kid be blown apart in Iraq because he's busy helping me look for a parking space. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think that the realm of the spirit is as concerned with human affairs.
Right.
I think that the sun rises and sets for a reason. It rockets through space at 40,000 miles an hour with a bunch of rocks around it for a reason, and animals have instinct for a reason, and I think human beings,
Free will.
it's a little
Free
different.
will.
Free
And I
will.
think things just happen sometimes. There doesn't have to be meaning
Things just happen like,
or a plan.
I don't even really fully know how I feel about that because like, I don't know. I feel like I've been open at my spiritual journey, I guess. Like I want to consider myself a Christian, but there's things that I doubt. But I also don't want to consider myself an atheist because I don't like the concept of not believing in a God. I'm a little torn on this too. So, This one's definitely above like where my head is ready to be at for sure.
But then it's hard for a person who lost a loved one to wrap that. For me, my homicide is completely different than most of you in this room. Is someone died by me pulling this trigger. And I can't say it was in God's plan.
Yeah.
I pulled the trigger too.
Yeah.
I thought the gun was empty. And I still can't wrap my head around a stupid decision like that. Even though that it malfunctioned and acted unloaded, had I done all the right things, the force safety
Pointing at any type of weapon in any fashion at your friend is crazy though.
rules, it never would have happened. And I was nervous coming here because I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. And I had no intent at all.
Like he pulled the trigger too, bruh.
No way, I would have as soon put it to my head or at the floor or whatever. And I can't remember ever doing that before or after.
I wonder what the girl's gonna say. I could definitely see her feeling like it was God's plan because she ended that guy's run. Like he was like a serial offender from what she said. I don't remember what she said, but like she said he would have gone for like her family. So I would definitely feel like she definitely feels like it was divine intervention for sure.
And it was a mistake.
I think for me, it was part of my dharma. I'm a little bit more spiritual, so I think
I don't know what dharma means.
it was my life's purpose, to be honest. Because of what I do today, whenever I speak, I always have people contact me and say that they left an abusive relationship, or what I shared helped them get out of their attack.
Sharing your story helps other people.
Dharman reaction went, shut.
Yeah.
You feel that,
I call it transparency transports people.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like really honest about who I am, because there's someone else, not just in a physical prison, but an emotional, mental prison. And by hearing your story, hearing all of our stories, it helps transport them to another space of showing that I can't escape this particular prison.
Right.
After having this discussion, Lester, choose a side.
Really?
Yo, that nigga don't even have hair, bro, but he's like, yo, you know you stress the bald nigga out when they start touching their head, bro. Look at it.
Choose a side.
Yo, gang, ain't nothing there, bro.
Really? This
I'm
is all
just gonna say, I don't think it's fair to make you choose a side.
Ooh. You ain't catch that body. Who are you to tell me to choose a side?
Believe what you believe.
I'm gonna stand just a little bit over there. Please. Like, respectful.
Like, let me rock, bro.
Kid, man, because we move in seconds and inches.
Yeah.
We measure progress in like
Yeah, I'm
miles
right
and
here.
years, you know?
That's low-key how you know they don't care too much about the conversation. Yeah, they just want him to fill a role. Like, him being on that line is a decision. Like, that's like, they just want to write a tick down to like, yeah, that was a stupid thing to suggest now that I think about it.
That was kind of
I don't give a Never mind, Jubilee. That's cool. I love y'all for that. That's cool. No, that's great. Never mind. Is this an ad?
money. Actually,
Gotta get the bag by any means. That's crazy. Right. Hey, yo, Ezzy, don't put the free cash ad in this video, bro. That would be bad hypocritical of me. That would be mad hypocritical of me, bro. Don't put the free cash ad in this one, bro. Don't put the ad in this one. Don't put the ad in this one, bro. Don't put the ad in this one. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this, bro.
3, 2,
Wait, what?
enough resources for me to heal.
Everyone should believe that they should be able to heal. I would feel really bad if anyone said disagree. That would really hurt my heart. I can't lie.
3, 2,
I really hope everyone says agree.
1, go.
Oh my God. Oh man, that's so sad, bro. That's so sad. I really hope they flip it and say like, I don't need resources, I need myself. I really hope they say something like that because that would just be Jesus.
When I was in the military, it was like looked down upon to go seek mental help or anything, dude.
Why would you look down upon that? What?
You'd get kicked off the team, you know, in a heartbeat. I don't want a guy who's soft watching my
Oh, yeah, I guess.
back, you know, or what I perceived at the time to
at
be
the time,
soft.
yeah.
After each deployment, our therapist was like a 18-wheeler truck full of kegs of beer and more beer. And 12 hours ago, I just took a life 21 years old at a strip club in Atlanta, drinking, you know, till my eyes pop out to cope. We would talk to like a psychiatrist, but we were encouraged to write down, you know, I didn't have this emotion, I didn't see this, so we could get home early to see our family.
Oh my gosh.
But 2 or 3 years ago, I decided to talk to someone and figure out why I was the way I was, because I wanted to change. I didn't like being, everywhere I went, you know, I'm looking at everyone and it's gonna sound so bad, but I was polite to everybody who I met, but I always in the back of my mind had a plan to kill them, just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
The situation presented itself. If something went south, I've already mapped out and planned for 3 different scenarios how I would kill this person. And I was comfortable being in that state of mind because it kept that.
It kept you alive.
Protection, you know, that wall up. But it gets tiring after a while to always be that way.
You know, for me, I look at this, right? I want to run over here.
She was about to laugh, but she locked in. Wait, really?
Here to the strongly disagree is almost because of the length of your sentence, and you, like I was serving life, I didn't become eligible for most of the classes in prison until I came down to my last 3 years in prison, right? Now I have to run back over here to strongly agree. After being a person who's been released from prison, I've learned these different things that now help me to cope with all of the stuff that comes with me living inside of a prison, not only being a person who took someone's life, but seeing other individuals get killed inside of the prison. Right, you see people get stabbed in prison over some of the simplest things. No one would come and talk to you about, like, was that triggering for you? Wow. How did you saw this person blood spill out?
Yeah, like they don't even bother to check up on you.
Over the concrete, nothing, right? This is why I challenge the prison system and anyone who works in that prison environment to create more mental health services for those in prison, because yes, that person may have committed a violent crime, but we don't know their story.
And you don't want to lock them in a box, make them crazier, and then release them. That doesn't make sense to me. Someone does crazy thing, gets put in crazy box. Crazy box makes them crazy. They spent enough time in crazy box. Welcome to society. What are we talking about? That doesn't, like, literally that doesn't make sense.
I'm like that with the military, man. Yeah. There's not enough, in my opinion. Yeah. It's not encouraged enough,
The VA helped me somewhat, right? I'm not gonna say the VA didn't help. But when I was suicidal, I didn't call the VA helpline because I didn't want to sit here and fill out a strongly agree and disagree form and wait in a waiting room. And I called another brother, and he sent me to a program called Save a Warrior, and I experienced something, it might sound weird, called initiation there. The participant faces their own death, and they receive a transitional object. And something about that changed my psyche, and something clicked. And we did stuff like the ceremony for the dead there, where we write the names of the people we've lost and the people we've killed, and we get to cry, and like feel and process and become human again, because war can break us.
It doesn't allow you to, like you don't even realize you're killing because there's like so much stuff going on.
And prison can break us and make us incomplete and not human. And when we use different modalities to place that humanity back together, then we can have community, right? And community is the antidote to a lot of human suffering.
Yes, sir.
I wrote a 12-step program for vets and first responders called SPARTA, Suicide Prevention and Resilience Training Anonymous.
That's hard.
Meet once a week. And I used to think there wasn't enough resources, and the more I get involved, it's not that...
Oh! Okay, I think this is another instance of them... Damn, who wrote these questions, man? So the people who said agree or disagree don't think that they can't heal. They're saying there aren't enough resources. Okay, maybe I'm just stupid. Actually, maybe the questions are fine and I'm just an idiot. I thought them going into disagreement like they don't think they can heal, but no, they're saying there's not enough resources. Got it. No, actually, I think that's me. My fault.
The help isn't needed. It's that there's abundant ability to create resources. Right? And once we break that, we start to be the creator of it. We create the small nonprofit.
That's literally the question. I'm tripping. My bad.
Serves the area. It's like like the Matrix fails, you know?
Yeah.
That was long, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Well, I have to apologize for like chuckling when you said that part because I was like,
She did almost laugh. Yo, that's crazy.
oh wait, I have a plan to kill people too, unfortunately. And then I used humor as my trauma response sometimes. So I strongly agree that I have the resources and the tools I need because I'm gonna forever be on my healing journey and I'm always gonna look for them and find them. However, talk therapy, I don't think is very beneficial to a lot of people. I think that a lot of therapists need to learn about the nervous system because a lot of what we went through, we had to use our fight response.
Physical, yeah.
So I had to learn how to calm my nervous system to get to homeostasis, to the baseline.
It's like as a person of color, it's like growing up like as an immigrant, it's more like it is what it is. When you like things happen to you, it's like you don't really like, oh yeah, go see your therapist or anything like that. Especially working through the pandemic, I have never seen like that much death in my whole life, and I've been doing this for at the time like 10 years. And this was before the vaccine, and I'm like, I don't see the end of this tunnel yet. For me to quit the job would mean other people would die. And for me to continue this job, meaning I would die. And then that was the first time I'm like, I really don't know what to do right here. And that's the first time I'm like, wait, there's this thing called therapist. Maybe I should go talk to one. I wish it was more readily available and accepted at the same time, because none of my friends go and see their therapist. And I can completely tell them, like, you wouldn't have certain amount of issues if you just kind of worked on yourself in a different way. You know, or maybe not therapist, but like, a different way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like coaching.
It's like right here too. Again, I want to run over here. Right?
It's indecisive.
Went in prison at 19, walked out. I was 41, into a completely.
Oh my God! I didn't know he did that when he was 19. I did not know he did that when he was 19. I did not know he did that when he was 19, bro. Dang. Wow.
Different world, right?
Wow.
Shout out anyone watching from Angola.
So now, like my organization, Path to Redemption, is that I want to provide that service. Like, how do you cope with when you walk into a grocery store after 20 years and you walk in the self-serving line, you got to swipe that card and you don't know how, or you walk through
because you were 19.
A line and it beeps, right? And you thinking that is going to be tackled by the police because they think you're stealing something, right? And this is why, like, you and I, individuals, can create that.
So there is not.
See, okay, they understood the question incorrectly too then. Okay, so these questions are weird.
By any means, enough space to talk about, like, I was a foster kid, right? So I got
oh my God, and he was a foster kid, man.
Raised in poverty and abuse and negative relationships. So what did I do when I grew up?
I know someone in Angola. Is something going on in Angola? Am I dumb? Oh, damn. Am I stupid? What's going on in Angola? I really mean that.
I created poverty and I created negative relationships, right? And that type of a wound, it's such a cultural taboo that there's not a space to talk about that and the impacts, and then what do we do and where do we go from there? So
come on back over here. You got me feeling kind of. I was saying I wanted to do it, right? But I think
Angola prison. Oh, okay.
That's important, man.
And everybody in this circle is a wounded healer and also a servant leader, right? So when we see a gap in something that's needed, it's not just us. So that's where a tremendous opportunity is to create and be of service to other people like us.
Angola, Louisiana State Penitentiary. Wait, so why did someone make me, man? Is Angola a city or country?
Angola is a country in
South Africa. Okay, but there must be a prison named Angola. Okay. I thought it was an example of me not knowing something that's going on in the world. Okay.
I would say it was dope talking to y'all, like learning the different angles of, because I was kind of like skirmish about that title Killer, but listening to all of the different facets and challenges.
It's so crazy how like they can have like a feeling towards the words used. Like if you go and say it was a murder, they'll be like, but if you go and say they accidentally killed someone, it's like, cool. Like it's interesting to see that they have different walls up that, like, you know, protect their brains, because like, yeah, he's not going to want to call himself a killer. That might compromise the structures that he put in his brain to cope with the situation.
But, you know, I really appreciate it. For me,
Killer Assassin says I might have to change my name.
I go back to South Carolina and go back into of it. You know, I really appreciate it. For me, I go back to South Carolina.
Hey, big up the 803 and the 843, man. You feel me? It's always South Carolina. Wait, no. Tyler, you have the baby. What are we talking about, man?
And go back into the Department of Juvenile Justice and work with these young people. This is what I want to take back, right? Like this, I want to take that.
Same boat, man. A lot of preconceived notions we have about people. I might look at you a certain.
He did no jail time. Oh, yeah. South Carolina is the type of place to put you in jail for 31 years for his murder. That actually, okay, never mind. You're right. You're right.
The way you and never would have had a clue that there's a.
Dang, and I shouted out South Carolina for that too. I just like being heard, bro. South Carolina never gets mentioned, bro.
Commonality or something we can all relate on and learn from.
It's not every day you get to meet someone that's taken a life, or, you know, and for me it's...
I bet it's like not community, but it's like, oh, someone else is going through this as well.
Made me feel alone at times and not be able to be understood by people because of the emotions and stuff that we have to go through.
I agree.
Yo, that was a watch. Goodness gracious. That was a great video. Hey man, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys liked it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. That's gonna be it for me. Peace. Hey, thank you for watching the video. Be sure to check out other types of videos that I make. I got Yoyo EXE for gaming, not Yoyo 808 for reactions every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. I got Yoyo 808 Plus for daily reactions and the long videos like binging Digital Circus or binging FNAF lore. And not Yoyo Live for my VODs in case you ever miss streams, and just a bunch of reacts get thrown up over there randomly too. That's gonna be everything. I hope you have a good day. Peace.